Germany will not be among the countries recognizing Palestinian statehood this week. German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul reiterated Berlin's position that recognition should come only after a negotiated peace process towards a two-state solution between Israel and the Palestinian Authority.
We support this process. We oppose anything that makes this process impossible. That's why we are also issuing a clear demand to the Israeli government to refrain from any ideas of annexation. It must remain possible for a Palestinian state to be established. But such a state can only be recognized once the state-building process has advanced. We are actively involved in this and are providing substantial support to the Palestinian Authority. We are ready to take an active role in state building. But we believe recognition is currently not the right step.
Aber die Anerkennung jetzt ist aus unserer Sicht nicht der angemessene Schritt.
DW's chief political editor, Michaela Küfner, is in New York covering the German foreign minister's trip to the General Assembly. Michaela, recognizing Palestinian statehood now not the right step, he says. So what is the German government waiting for if their position supporting a two-state solution hasn't changed?
Well, I travelled here on the plane with the German Foreign Minister Wadephul, and he is very accustomed now to explaining what that huge difference is, which is also seen as a rift through the European Union, where at the one end of the spectrum you have those who argue, like Emmanuel Macron, but also Spain, arguing that you need to recognise Palestinian statehood to communicate also to the Israelis that this is a right that the Palestinians have, that this is not something that can be negotiated away, this fundamental right of self-determination, which of course is also in those UN documents. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have the German foreign minister who in the past misspoke, having once spoken of compulsory solidarity, a word he regretted. But this slip of the tongue shows that Germany, because of its dark past and being the perpetrator of the Holocaust, which killed more than 6 million Jews, feels a political responsibility as well towards the state of Israel, and also this government, although at the same time, particularly behind the scenes, there's a lot of very serious criticism of the Netanyahu government, and particularly the action it is taking in Gaza.
Germany insists it's standing by Israel as Israel becomes increasingly isolated over events in Gaza. But isn't Germany also risking becoming more isolated itself in the process?
Well, this is the interesting thing. What Germany is trying to do, and I'm told by some that pretty successfully, is actually ask for understanding for its historically unique position, and at the same time by funding the Palestinian organization, the PLO, which Germany as well, in stark contrast to the Israeli government currently in office, sees as a guarantor for any kind of future state, while at the same time completely condemning Hamas as any kind of way to go in terms of statehood or political control. It is trying to demonstrate that it tries to be a mediator, that it can be a mediator indeed. Having said that, while Germany is still actively trying to talk to all sides, the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz hasn't spoken to Benjamin Netanyahu for weeks, which also shows the deeper, ever deeper rift there is even between the Netanyahu government and its staunchest allies, which are now far and few between, leaving, of course, the United States as that overarching ally that Israel remains with.
Michaela Küfner in New York, thanks so much.